Hey guys, welcome back to Project Rebuild 2022. This is going to be an update on my OG Xbox collection. I've got 8 new games to add to the collection and show you today. But before we do that, if you've never seen these videos before and you'd like to see more, just click on my channel. And also, if you would like this video, please give it a thumbs up. It really does help me a lot. And if you'd like to see more content from me, just click subscribe, ring the notification bell. As I say, we've got 8 new additions. I've been picking up games little by little over the past few months. So this is the collection I'm not rushing. I've collected for Xbox before, over a decade ago, and I got to about 120 something games. So I know the library pretty well. I know what I like and what I don't like. And yes, there are some games I've never played, which I will be picking up because they have an interest to me. And that the games being as cheap as they are at the moment, I don't mind doing that. But there are also a lot of games I've played a lot and I really enjoy. And that's really what I want to do with this collection, is keep it down to the limit of just the games that I know I enjoy, I know I'll play over and over again, and will have a lot of pleasure with over the coming decades, instead of just filling the shelves with games that I really don't care too much about. Right, so first game we got is one that took me a while to get, actually. I had to track this down, I had to wait a bit because I couldn't find a good enough condition copy, but I finally got one using the old eBay save search, which is brilliant, and that is Area 51, which is obviously a first person shooter. Really nice. It's got the Asda sticker, the price sticker, which, you know, over there. Look where you pointed. Yeah, Asda price sticker, $32.97. Yeah, but it is all complete as well. All my games always complete with manuals. Really nice condition. Disc is mint. Really happy to find this. As I say, it took me a while. Couldn't really find a good condition copy of it, and there's a few on there, but I just waited. I just put it on the save list. Eventually, that one came up on auction, and I won it for a few quid. I don't remember exactly how much. It wasn't very expensive. So I don't remember when I last played this, but I know that in 2009, when I started my YouTube channel, I had a series of videos that I was making called Saturday Night Special. One of those was for Area 51. Now, all of those videos are still on my channel. There's actually a playlist on my channel if you want to check it out. They're pretty rough because they were a long time ago. But yeah, from what I can remember, it was a really good first-person shooter. I've got a personal interest because I've always been interested in, since I was a teenager, in UFOs and Area 51 and that whole thing. So this game's going to appeal to me. And from what I can remember, it was a good first-person shooter. I never managed to finish the game though, so that's the reason I wanted to get it back as well. Not only because I like it, but I really want to try and complete it, and it can't be that difficult. I mean, it's probably only like 6 to 8 hour game or something. So when I eventually get an Xbox, I will sit down and play through it. Okay, next one is another one, which there was a fair few copies, but I had to wait to get one in good nick. And I'm glad I did, because it's a game I have a lot of fond memories of and really enjoy. And that is Burnout 3 Takedown. So I'll just show you the condition of all of these. They're all complete. But there you go. Really nice shape. The only downside to this one, it has got some sun fading there. So this may get replaced at some point. It depends how bothered I am. At the moment, I'm not, but we'll see. So the reason I got Burnout 3 is because it's my favourite game and the most nostalgic game. It's the one I played back when these games were out. I never played the other Burnout games, I only played number 3. I got a lot of good memories of playing it with my friends, having beers, getting very drunk and challenging each other to play Burnout 3. And the idea was that as we were drinking, you play Burnout 3 and you just see how far you can go without crashing your car. And the more drunk you get, the more difficult it becomes. So good memories of that game. I did have, over a decade ago, as I say, a big Xbox collection, and I picked up all of the Burnout games. And I believe I played them briefly, but really Burnout 3 is the one I went to because that's the game that I have nostalgia for. And that's kind of a lesson for me, that was as well, that it's all right picking up all these games because they look slightly interesting, or you may play them, but when there's a series of games, I think there's like 4, maybe 5, I can't remember exactly, on the Burnouts, there's a lot of games, I'm never going to play them because there's only the one game that actually means anything to me and has the nostalgic attachment to. Not that there's anything wrong with picking them up, because you know, you do this initially because then that's how you learn what you like, what you don't like, and what you're going to play and what you're not, and what's going to just sit on the shelf. So yeah, I picked up Takedown again. Great game. Very much looking forward to playing it. I'm very much an arcade racer. I don't like simulations like Forza and Gran Turismo. I'm all about Ridge Racer and Burnout. Those are my 2 favourite racing franchises. Next up is a game that I actually played 2 years ago during the pandemic, and I couldn't finish it. I got quite far, but I never managed to finish it, unfortunately. So that is my goal for the future. And that is Call of Duty Finest Hour. So again, very nice condition. This one came from Ireland. So absolutely lovely. Very nice cover as well, nice bit of detail. It's a Call of Duty game. So yeah, I played it in 2020. I thought I was going to sit down and play the Call of Duties on the Xbox and try and beat them. I couldn't beat this one. I found there was a couple of issues. One, it was quite difficult in places. It felt quite, I don't like to use the word challenging, it's been overused, but it is. It was quite a challenging game. And also I found that the brightness on the game was quite dull, and I had to keep backing the brightness up on the TV and making the picture look terrible. That was kind of annoying because I couldn't see what I was doing most of the time. And there was a level I remember where you're in a building and there's like MG42 nests, and like, I think there's 3 of them, if I remember correctly. You have to move through the windows, and you get like, I don't know if it was Germans or Russians at that stage, but they keep running in from the left and the right, and you just have to wave after wave after kill them. Eventually they stormed the building, and I died a lot doing that, and I got quite frustrated, but I stuck with it and eventually got off that level. I then got to a level where I couldn't get past it, where you begin on a street standing behind some tanks, and then the tanks move forward and turn right, and as you go down the street, some guys in the building to the right, there's a guy in front of you on a sniper position. And I managed to eventually get past that because it was so bloody dark I couldn't see where they were. I eventually whacked the brightness up, killed them all. I carried on through the city, but I never managed to finish that level. And I kept trying and trying over and over again, just couldn't do it. So it was kind of disappointing because I love Call of Duty games and the campaigns, but that one, for me, is probably the worst one on this generation. It's the one that I find the most frustrating to play. Next game is a game that I did actually complete in 2020. This is in lovely condition. I was really happy to find this copy. That is Call of Duty 2 Big Red One. As you can see, it's got the game $34.99 sticker and a 2 for 50 quid offer, which was quite nice. So absolutely great. I love this one. This is probably my, well, in fact, no, it is. This is the wrong way around. Hang on. There we go. That's better. This is my favourite Call of Duty from this generation of Xbox and PlayStation 2. Yeah, 128-bit generation with a PC in a box as well, which doesn't really fit the generation. But yeah, Call of Duty 2, Big Red One. Played it 2 years ago, managed to finish it. Way more playable, way more fun than Finest Hour, and way brighter as well, really colourful. A lot of desert levels going on there. It's similar to what you got in Call of Duty 2 on the Xbox 360, but nowhere near as good. The 360 game's far better. But for what it is, it plays really well. It's got good tight controls, beautiful graphics, great level design. Everything you'd want from a Call of Duty 2 World War II game. It's brilliant. I definitely recommend that one. Next one I've got is Call of Duty 3. So yes, Call of Duty 3 in fantastic condition. Again, the disc is the wrong bloody way around. I don't know why that's happened. That's weird. Okay, so, yeah. So that's got a nice detail. A lot of not going on in the cover there. And according to official Xbox magazine, this is the definitive war game on Xbox. No, it isn't. Even at the time, I don't know what they were thinking saying that. So I never played this when it came out. I actually played this for the first time when I started collecting Xbox back in around 2010-ish. And at the time, that game, if you could find it in the wild, was going to cost you 10 quid. I managed to get it for half that now, so the price has come down, which is brilliant. But I remember picking it up in Game Station for a tenner. I was really chuffed. I got it in a big bundle of games. The pickup video will be somewhere on my channel around 2010-ish, 2011. So yeah, good luck finding that one. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. Before that, I'd only played it on the PS3 and the 360, and I thought it was crap on those two consoles. I definitely feel like it's a previous generation game. And while they always do that, they have previous generation games that go into the new generation, a bit of spit and polish, and they usually look or feel better. I felt that Call of Duty 3 was not one of those. It was actually worse on the PS3 and the 360, and it was way more at home on the original Xbox. Don't know what the PS2 version is like. Probably doesn't run as good as the Xbox version. But yeah, it's much more akin to that generation. And I really enjoyed the game. It's not the greatest Call of Duty by any means whatsoever. I mean, Finest Hour is a better game than that, even though I just said Finest Hour is the worst game on the Xbox, mainly because it just frustrates me. But I think if you take away the frustration of the game and the darkness of the game, and you're able to get through it, the actual game is better than what Call of Duty 3 is. I think like the level layout and things, it's more interesting. But Call of Duty 3 has got some interesting ideas, and yeah, I enjoyed it quite a bit when it came out. It's just a shame that, you know, there have been way better Call of Duties ever since then. And even at the time, Call of Duty 2, Big Red One, much better game. So, next up, I managed to get 2 games from a seller who was absolutely brilliant. A lot of people now, they use the automatic description on eBay, which is really frustrating because it doesn't tell you any detail, it just tells you the title of the item they're selling. So, this guy left an essay like that. I mean, all about how he's selling his collection, his history with the game and everything is crazy. But he also said that these games that he was selling, the paperwork and the manuals have never been touched, they've never been thumbed, they've never been out of the cases. And I thought, yeah, okay, I'll believe that when I see it. So he had a few games, a lot that I didn't want, but he had two that I wanted. One in particular, which I'm going to show you now, is the one that caught my eye, because it's a fantastic game and from one of my favourite developers, so I had to pick this up. And the condition when it arrived, he was not lying, is phenomenal. And that game is Famine Heights from Quantic Dream. So that's the guys that make Heavy Rain, Beyond Two Souls, and more recently Detroit Become Human. So it's in lovely condition. I don't know if it's the shine will work, but the plastic and everything is pristine. And it wasn't expensive. I can't remember the exact amount, but it was under £10. I think it might have been under £8. It was a really good price. So as you can see, perfect condition. And the paperwork, as he says, looks untouched. The manual was absolutely flat as anything. Absolutely superb. What else is in there? We've got a manual. We've got the registration card, which is, yeah, I'm really happy about this because I really like this game a lot. So I first played Fahrenheit, a game when I was collecting back in 2010. And I did a Saturday night special for that game where I played through the first section where you're in the cafe and you have to clean up the dead body in the bathroom. So I really enjoyed it. I've never played a game like that. You know, it is sort of like a modern day version of a point and click, which is something that I used to enjoy back in the days, to play games like Sam and Max and the Monkey Island games. And so when I played that, I was really impressed with it. The only problem is I did the first section. After I filmed that gameplay, I went on to the second part where you wake up next morning in your flat and there's a copper banging on the door. You've got to clean the flat up and make sure the copper don't find anything when he bursts through the door. And I just kept getting arrested and I thought, I don't understand this. So unfortunately I gave up for a year or so. And then a YouTuber, who unfortunately I don't think he's around anymore, a guy called Sean Sidious, really nice guy. He did a gameplay for it and I sat there and watched him play it, and he did that level and I was like, oh, it's that simple, that's what I've missed. I think it was something like you have to put some clothes in the washing machine or something, and I think that's what I've missed. It was either put the clothes in the washing machine or hide something under the bed. I can't remember which one it is. I only have to do both of those from what I can remember. And I was like, oh, is that it? So I went and picked the game up, started playing it, did that straight away, got completely sucked into it like I did when I eventually played Heavy Rain when that came out. I absolutely loved it. The only thing I'd say is the end of the game's a bit weird. I mean, it all goes very Matrix and slow-mo, and there's a really awkward sex scene, and the graphics at the time were not really good for sex scenes. And also it's just a bit weird having it in the game anyway. But yeah, it was a bit weird at the end, but I thought the actual idea of it, and as a proof of concept of what Quantic Dream were trying to do, because I believe that was their first game, I think it worked and they really nailed it. And yeah, it's well worth playing if you've not played it. It's on PS2 as well, and in America it's called the Indigo Prophecy. So the second game I got from the same seller is a first-person shooter that I played years ago, back when I was collecting. Mainly, basically, when I had my Xbox in 2001 through to 2005 when I got my 360. I had a lot of games because I used to pirate a lot of games back then, as well as buy games. But there were a lot of games I had no idea were out and I missed out on. And so I managed to eventually play a lot of them when I started collecting video games. Then I got into the Xbox again back in 2010. And this was one of them. And it's a game I found very, very difficult. And I wanted to pick it up again just to see if I can play it, because I really want to try this. And it's called Project Snowblind. As you can see, the plastic, pristine condition. Again, manual, absolutely perfect. These are the two best games in my collection so far. Really, really nice. I'm absolutely blown away. It's got a Bose advertisement. Don't know why, but it has. No registration cards. It's just literally a leaflet or a booklet for Bose. Although I think that might be... No, I thought that might be registration, but no, it's not. You can win a fantastic Bose Companion 2 and Companion 3 speaker system. Oh, there you go. So, yeah. Project Snowblind. All I remember is level 1 and some cherry blossoms, and I died over and over again. I just couldn't get anywhere. I don't know what it was about the game. I found it hard. And, you know, the Xbox is the home of first-person shooters. I mean, it's renowned for it. There's so many great ones. So that's one I've never been able to get anywhere with, and I really want to play it and try and complete it, because I've beaten a lot of first-person shooters and really enjoyed them on the Xbox. It does, however, look like it's got some influence of Halo. I mean, if you can see that screenshot there, very Halo. The gun's obviously different, but the actual level looks very much like Halo. So I don't know. I mean, it says on the back, the blurb, the outcome of experimental battlefield surgery is something more than human. A unique weapons grade warrior, Nathan Frost now has abilities that far surpass human physical limits. Sent deep beyond the front lines, Frost and a handful of men are the best chance against the world's next terrorist sovereign. In a last attempt to restore peace, war shall rage. So, yes, I don't know. Could be good, could be shite, don't know. I'm going to give it another try because I really want to complete it, but we'll wait and see. And the final game, I'll just have a swig of my tea just to wet the whistle. All right, last one. So I'm really I love games like Wave Race, water sports, action, arcade game, racing games. I just love those type of games. Now, I picked up recently in a previous video a game called Carve, which is a game I've not played. It's a jet ski game. It looks a lot like Wave Race. And there's also a game called Splashdown, which is similar. And unfortunately with that game, there's two of those. Splashdown is on the Xbox and the PS2. Splashdown 2 is only on PS2. So that's a little frustrating, but there you go. But if I enjoy Splashdown, you're damn right I'm going to buy Splashdown 2 eventually. And then there's this game, which I thought looked really cool and checked out some gameplay. So I thought I'd give it a shot. And it's Wakeboarding Unleashed with Sean Murray. Really nice condition. This was the best one I could find at the time. At the time when I bought this, and all the discs had turned, man, that's weird. When I bought this, there were only a handful of copies, probably less than 5, and this was easily the best one. It was quite a few quid more than what everybody else wanted, but I was content to pay it because of the condition. I mean, I don't know if you can see the plastic shine, but it's lovely. Screenshots doesn't really tell you a lot. But basically, you're getting towed behind a boat at speed, and Xbox, for me, has got some great weather effects and does really nice water effects. So I thought, why not? I'm going to add that to the collection. So I just need to find Splashdown now. I've seen a few copies knocking around. I'm not rushed to buy that one. I want to get it in the right shape, the right condition for me. But there you go. That's 8 brand new games added to the collection. I think that's about 19 I've got in total. The rest are down there. So I've got a long list to go. I've still got a lot of games I want to pick up. But, you know, it keeps growing. It takes its time. And I hope you're enjoying these videos, guys. That's the important thing. So there will be more OG videos when I've got the ability to buy more games. As I say, I'm not able to keep knocking these videos out because I don't rush this. I may buy 1 game a month or maybe 2 games a month, and I want to get it to a decent stack so that this video is interesting enough when I make it. So, as I say, guys, if you enjoyed this, please give it a like, a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content, just hit subscribe, ring the notification bell, and most of all, leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of this video. Let me know what you think of these games, especially the games like I haven't played, like wakeboarding, for instance, or a game that I never really got anywhere with, like Project Snowblind. Were you able to get further? Did you enjoy it? What was your experience with Call of Duty Finest Hour? Did it piss you off? Let me know your thoughts down below. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys, and I'll see you next time.